Hi, hello. I'm just gonna get this video over with. Quick video. I'm a cosplayer. If you follow me, you are most definitely familiar that I am a cosplayer. I've gotten like 12 different questions on how I put my hair in wig caps and how I lay it down, and I've gotten the question for a long time, and my first video where I tried on wigs is very outdated, so I thought I'd just show people how I put my braids and wig caps. I use a netted cap first. Netted wig cap first. Make sure all of your hair is pulled back. You can kind of pull it back farther where your hairline sits if you're very conscious about not wanting to like ruin your edges or anything. You don't want the wig cap to sit on top because of like, given I wear 2 wig caps when I put on wigs, this can be very tight, and sometimes when I take my wig off I have that obvious line, and sometimes that'll cut through my edges and I don't want to lose hair, so I'll like pull it back farther enough to where it's not sitting directly on my edges, and in fact sitting like, because I have like knots in my braids, I try to do that at most. Take a nude cap like this, and I make sure that it is not inside out, because if it's inside out it's going to cut circulation off easier because it's on the wrong side. So you want to make sure that it's right side in. I don't know. I take this side and it's easier to manage because my hair is half colored, so I just kind of like try to evenly distribute it, like half and half. Sometimes I twist it, sometimes I don't, but twisting is a lot easier. Bring it on the other side, probably have to retwist it, then I tuck it under, and then I do the same exact thing to the other side, and it's a lot easier because there's not hair in my way, and then I tuck it under like that, and then in the back you just tuck all of the hair under in hopes that it'll all fit. It should. If you have long braids, this is probably a lot harder. I specifically do short braids now just because it was a lot easier to put my hair in wig caps because I'm a cosplayer. I don't really care about having long braids. I like short braids anyways because they kind of frame my face better. And then you just kind of like try to push everything down flatter to where your hair is all in. Sometimes some braids will peek out, but that's fine. So I'll try to model some wigs for you now that I have my wig cap on. Okay, so I have 3 wigs here. I have a base wig that I use for Junko and Oshima. I have a short lace front that I use for Hawks. It's kind of beat up. I also just have a normal lace front and it is very tangled. It needs some brushing out, whatever. Do the short wig first. Most of the time people don't see the back of my cosplays. I've never been to a con, so I can't have anyone clock me. Brush this out. Yeah, now I really look like Karen. But I don't know how bad it looks in the back. It might not even look bad, but I don't know. It feels secure. I'm gonna go with that, and that's this wig. Giving you very much Mary J. Blige. Go Mary, go Mary. Okay. Put on my short Hawks lace. That was most definitely a clip that came out. It looks like a rat's nest on my head. This wig looks absolutely disgusting. I need to restyle it so bad. I know, this looks bad. I look like a fucked up Karen. I'm sorry, I just wasted your time with that one. Try the long lace front. One thing about lace fronts that I find endearing is that they're long, so if I fuck up in the back, you can't tell. So right now the wig is sitting up here, and I want to try to pull it down. And if I can't, that's okay. I'm gonna try to like tuck my hair / wig caps under. This is what the back looks like. You can kind of see, or at least you can kind of see it, but it's not. I was gonna say it's not too bad, but then I saw my side profile and it was like, nope. Trying to make sure the front is laid down flat, like hot comb it or something. add edges and everything. I'm really lazy when it comes to lace fronts. Like I just slap them on because they're not permanent. I'm not gonna use them for long time wear. I'm using them for cosplay, so it's not that big of a deal to me. Giving you very much Hannah Montana, but that's how I put my hair in wig caps, and that's how I put wigs on. Again, this wig, not the best example, but if it's anything like how I did my Junko wig, that should tell you that it semi-works. If you have longer braids, it's going to be a lot harder. You might have a wig bump like how I used to. I try to keep the front flat and the back a little bit like more bumpy, but if it's a long wig, it's not that bad. If it's a short wig, it's not that bad as long as the wig isn't too short. Or you also have to kind of figure out like what brands are good for your head shape, especially when you have like when you have braids, it's going to make your head bigger when you put them in wig caps. Most of the time when I get wigs on Amazon specifically for cosplay, I try to get Anagol, because Anagol is both good quality and they usually have bigger sizes. But when I get like maybe a cheap wig, I try not to get Map of Beauty. I don't recommend Map of Beauty if you have braids at all, because their wigs run very small. With lace fronts, it's kind of like a hit or a miss. Like it's either going to be good or it's not going to be good, but you can try to make it work if you can. With long wigs, the only issue that I ever have with like long wigs with bangs sometimes is that like my wig cap will pull through, and I try to like push it back so that it's easier to manage, so you don't see my hairline and you also don't see the wig cap. That's how I put my wig caps on with box braids, and I do hope that this was helpful to people who need it. But again, if you have short braids, this is probably going to be a lot easier. With long braids, it's probably going to be harder. If you find your own way, you find your own way. For a lot of people, I just tell them it takes a lot of trial and error to get it, because when I first started wearing cosplay wigs with braids, it was really hard, but now it's pretty easy. So hopefully that was helpful to you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.